Welcome back to the Cutting Room Podcast. Today I have none other than from Brooklyn, New York, one half of the Santino Brothers Tag Team Champions, defending it here at Fight Night.
Yep.
Danny Limelight, the Radioactive. Danny, how you doing?
What's up, mi gente? Everybody watching, what's good? You forgot one thing, though. I'm also the United Wrestling Network Tag Team Champion as well.
Holding double belts.
Former Reality of Wrestling World Champion. Former United Wrestling Network World Champion. Everywhere I go, I win championships. That's not what we're here for. We're not here to talk about championships just yet. Unless we talk about the Knicks. Then it's Knicks in 5, right?
Hey, congratulations on your team right now.
Right.
Honestly, they're killing
So,
it.
Knicks.
What biggest comeback in NBA history?
Biggest comeback in NBA history. That's right. One more win. That's all we need. At the time of this recording, one more win.
Awesome. Right off the bat, Danny Limelight, how did the acting bug bite Danny Limelight?
Ever since I was a kid, like, I wanted to wrestle and I wanted to act. I wanted to be in movies. A kid from New York, like, I didn't know how to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have mentors. I had nothing but, like, the streets and the OGs in the streets that, you know, the old heads, we call them, that will put you on game and shit. So I ain't had no real understanding of how to get to where I wanted to go in life. But when I got out of the military in 2019 and I went to pro wrestling, my stuff on the indies had popped off. And at the time, they were calling me, like, Spidey Limelight. I was doing a bunch of cool flips, rope stuff, all types of wild shit. And I started printing, like, Spider-Man's logos and shit, like, on my gear, and doing, like the comic book variants of his costume and shit like that. I got a little nerdy side of me, too. And I got a cease and desist letter from Marvel because I started selling merch with the fucking Spider-Man. And I get where they were coming from, you know. But at the same time, I got an invite to go audition for the Marvel stunt show.
Okay.
Like, they had, like, it's called, like, Marvel Live or something, where they're kind of like Disney on Ice, but, like, Marvel version.
Okay.
So it was a stunt audition. I never had an audition. I went there. I met some people, and then they kind of put me on the path to get into stunts, which then led into acting. I went to acting school. I went to the New York Film Academy for acting. I went to the Los Angeles Film School to learn production. I went to Los Angeles Valley to learn screenwriting. California State University, which I'm at right now, about to graduate for screenwriting, so now I write. So all that kind of just bled together, the wrestling, the film, you know, writing movies, writing TV shows, like short films. You know, I had a couple of my short films that I did. One of them won 6 awards at the festivals. I got a new one that we did in September called Family Ties, coming soon. That's in post-production right now, that once it's all complete, we're going to send the festival route as well. So that's kind of like a wild story of how I got into acting, but since I was a kid, I've always wanted to do
I just actually recently learned that you're from my alma mater. I also attended the LA Film School from 2010 to 2012. So
okay.
I was going to go.
Shout out LA Film School.
Honestly, so
they gave me a fly ass laptop
and the yellow lanyards as well.
Yeah.
So, do you recall the first time you ever watched Training Day?
Yeah. Oh shit. Damn. Training Day came out September 21st. That's my mom's birthday as well. That's how I remember that date. But the first time I watched it, I was a kid when it came out, you know. I understood it was a street movie, a crime movie, a gangster movie. You know, I understood how good Denzel Washington was. He won the Oscar. I remember the first time I rewatched it as an adult, once I was already an actor, you know, and I went back and I kind of used it like film tape, like film study, kind of like how a wrestler would watch an Eddie Guerrero match if they were smart. You know what I'm saying? And just, man, first of all, everybody always talks about Denzel Washington, rightfully so, like Oscar winner for that film. You know, he made the movie what it was, but Ethan Hawke as well, just the way he played the protagonist, the way that, you know, Antoine Fuqua, like his directing, like cinematography, the way the shots were, the way that he allowed them to play in those scenes. Like, sometimes I go on YouTube and I'll put, like, Training Day script to screen, and it splits the screen in half, and it has, like, the film, what was filmed, and then it has the script underneath.
Okay, yes.
More film study for anybody that's aspiring to be an actor. It's something that I do. You know, you watch the greats do what they do, how they interpret what was put on paper. I mean, example, this is a free acting class right here. I'm not a teacher, but just follow me for a second. If I write "I love you" on a piece of paper, how many different ways can you say "I love you"?
Many different ways.
Depending on who you're talking to. Depending on what just happened when you walked into the room, or when you're about to leave the room, or it's the last time you're going to see somebody. It's the first time you fall in love. It's for your kid. It's for your grandma. It's for your mother. It's for your girlfriend. It's for your ex-wife. It's whatever the case may be. Like, that it's just reading a line is not all it takes to be an actor. There's so much that goes into just that. But just watching the script to screen and seeing the choices that were made, the way that they switched words or used different words or paraphrased it, or it's just brilliant acting overall. Like, I loved it. It was a great movie. You asked this question because it's my favorite movie. You know, it's one of the best for sure.
It really captured the essence of Los Angeles at that time, especially because even if you pay attention, the weather, the first weather scene that we see at Jake Hoyt's house, it's warm and it's a regular warm day. But by the time we get to the diner when we meet,
hot.
And then it's raining at some point. And then again, that's Southern California, honestly.
One of my what's crazy? It's funny you bring that up. It's a great thing you brought up, because when I first watched the movie, I'm from New York, born and raised.
Okay.
Brooklyn. So exactly. So like a lot of the movies that I saw as a kid was in New York City. Skyscrapers, the streets of Brooklyn, the gate, you know, the Twin Towers in the background back in the day, Empire State. You see all the Statue of Liberty. You see all that in those shows and movies. Watching Training Day, I got to see LA from something that wasn't the Hollywood stars or the fucking Malibu, you know what I'm saying? Like, the gritty side of it.
We go to the jungles and then, we see the Bloods and the neighborhood that it's taken into. We go to
Terry Crews was in that movie.
Oh my God, Macy Gray.
Yes.
Eva Mendes. Eva Mendes is in. We see Dr. Dre. You know, there's so much hip hop in that.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg as well. He's all like, man, I ain't no snitch. It's such a good scene.
The people that I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but the Latino group. When they had him in the bathtub and shit. That whole crew was sick.
Even the small roles, you know, like the female that you fucked them up, like it's just it really captured the essence of Los Angeles.
The girl that was being attacked by the bum, the homeless man.
Yep, the one that you could text that ass for days. Like so many quotable scenes from that film. One of my favorite Denzel Washington films has to be John Q. Very underrated film, you know.
I don't know why it would be underrated, because I think it's one of his greatest performances. You know, the monologue that he gives his kid when the kid is on the hospital bed right before he knows he's about to go do what he got to do as a man. It was awesome. Great concept. Inside of a hospital, like the urgency, the intensity, like you can't help but want to see Denzel, you know, achieve his goal of getting his kid that transplant. Like, awesome fucking movie. Awesome. And it was one of the first films where, like, that I remember that Denzel's not playing a gangster. He's not playing a badass.
Exactly,
he's not playing.
He's being a human being.
He's not playing Man on Fire. He's not playing Safe House. You know what I'm saying? He's not playing Glory. He was being a father, and as a father, I can relate to that. So
nice. And be sure to also kiss the pacifier tonight, please. I saw that in one of your interviews. Yes. I think that's such a touching moment. Honestly, something that a lot of people don't know go behind the scenes whenever it comes to pro wrestlers and performing for the crowd. Yeah,
so he said kiss the pacifier. For those that don't know what that means, like, I keep one of my daughter's pacifiers in my wrestling bag. And I like when I'm praying, you know, before my match, I always like, you know, it's a little like pre-match ritual, I guess.
What is your favorite depiction of Spider-Man in film?
Tobey Maguire, but look, I like Tom Holland a lot.
Okay.
And it's crazy because, like, I like all of it. I binge watched Spider-Noir, and I love Nicolas Cage as well. So I said Toby. I like Tom. Andrew's a great Spider-Man. Andrew's a fucking great Spider-Man.
I just don't think that they probably knew what they wanted to do when it came to those films, The Amazing Spider-Mans with Andrew Garfield. It has so much potential. Yeah. It wasn't executed right, I think.
I like the Into the Spider-Verses as well. You know, like, if I got to pick a Spider-Man, my first immediate answer was Toby, so I'm gonna stick with that. Spider-Man 2, though. For sure.
You're one half of 5150.
Yeah.
And I got to say that 5150 has all the juice, and we need to say it now. Bring the contracts, big companies. We need to sign these two, especially Danny Limelight. Speaking of juice, you have shared the screen with Naughty by Nature's Tretch.
I have.
How did that feel? Any stories about that?
Man, first of all, shout out to Tretch, man. Like, he's an OG. It was one of the first films, like, first real feature films that I did. Shout out to Demetrius Steer, who's the producer, who brought me on. Ihan, who was the stunt coordinator for that one as well. And just like, I got to do a little fight with Tretch. And then Khalil Roundtree, the UFC fighter, me and him have a fight. It takes place in a prison. It's like an underground fight club in a prison. So
available on Amazon, correct?
Yeah, and Tubi. It's on Tubi as well.
Make sure to check that out.
Directed by Jared Cohn. Rampage Jackson's in it.
Okay.
Like, there's a bunch of people in that one. That was cool. You said Juice. I thought you were going to go with Theo Rossi. Shout out to Theo Rossi, who's also a big wrestling fan.
Who you worked a lot with as well. You shared the screen as well.
I just finished shooting my third movie with Theo. There's one out right now on Tubi called Play Dirty. It's Theo Rossi, Ron Perlman, directed by Tom DiNucci. Shout outs to Tom DiNucci. And also produced by Demetrius again. So I did that with Theo. That's out now. We have another one that we shot last year that was directed by Vincent Grishaw. Shout out to Vincent. He from out here in Cali. That was also produced by Demetrius. Stars Theo Rossi, Ronnie Jean Blevins, Aaron Quick Nelson. And that one takes place in a prison as well in Florida. But it was shot in Mississippi. But it's based on a true story about this guy named Brian Bruton.
Okay.
Good people for sure. And then I just finished my third movie with Theo called Renew, directed by Tom DiNucci. We shot that in Montana.
You guys have a very close-knit relationship. You guys have a really much like a production crew that you guys always work with, and that's pretty awesome. When there's chemistry, it's good.
I think it's hard to find people you like being around. You know,
yeah, I think so.
In a world that's full of so many fake people and anglers and people that's out there for clicks and likes, like it's hard to find your people. And you know, I got to give Demetrius his flowers. You know, without him meeting me on that Tretch movie, I would have never met Tom DiNucci, who has I just finished my 6th movie in 2 years with Tom DiNucci. Constantly keeps me busy. Shout out to Tommy. Shout out to Demetrius, who I've done 3 films with now. You know what I'm saying? Like you find your village. Theo Rossi, who's produces the films, he co-writes the film, he stars in them. He's the #1 on the call card for a reason, and he leads the team. You know, I can't say enough good things about him. He knows everybody's name, everybody's job. He's always looking to grow. He's always challenging you. It's like everybody talks about you. We talk about Denzel, obviously. You know, we talk about all the Will Smith, Morgan Freeman, Jack Nicholson, Leonardo. You know, Tom. You could name all the GOATs, but there are a lot of great actors who are not necessarily put on that type of mountain with those people, just because maybe not enough people know who they are. But Theo's somebody that every time I'm in the film with Theo, like I'm learning, I'm watching his choices, his decisions, the way he does things, how he interacts with people, how he moves, because you want to move like that. That's how the #1 moves. So shout out to Theo, man.
You're from New York,
yeah.
And I got to bring it back to hip hop and wrestling. Did you ever play Def Jam Vendetta?
Of course.
Any favorite rapper that was in those games?
Favorite rapper in those games. The Def Jam Fight for New York.
Mm-hmm.
You have Sean Paul in that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got Ice-T's in that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. I think Snoop was in that as well.
You throw Snoop out the skyscraper at the end of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually, you know what's crazy? I actually wrote a short film that is like derived from the world of Def Jam Fight for New York.
That's awesome.
I haven't shot it yet. Script's ready to go. It's a short. Script's ready to go. It's a great concept. It's something I'm working on.
Hollywood, bring the checks and let's make this film happen, honestly. The next film I want to talk about is the Danny Limelight biopic, has been greenlit.
Oh, shit.
You have creative control.
Okay.
Who's directing your film?
Right now, Tom DiNucci.
Okay.
Produced by Demetrius Steer.
Okay. Actor to portray Danny Limelight.
Damn, if I had to pick somebody right this second, I'd probably pick, I don't know his name off the top of my head, so I'm gonna apologize. Dude that plays Will Smith's son in Bad Boys. He's actually from London, or like the UK, bruv. I met him at a fucking festival, and bruv talked like this. I was like, oh shit, I thought he was Puerto Rican. I thought he was Latino, you know? Yeah. I thought he was from Miami and shit. But the dude that plays Will Smith's kid in the new Bad Boy movies,
okay.
I think he will be somebody who could do that.
Title of the Danny Limelight biopic?
From Streetlights to Limelight.
Ooh, that's a good one. Opening title sequence song.
Ooh, damn. So whenever people ask me about music, there's 3 songs that always come to my mind that I say can like identify with my life. Vivir Mi Vida, Mark Anthony.
Okay.
Juicy by Biggie Smalls. Actually, where I got my name Limelight from.
Nice.
And Frank Sinatra, My Way. The problem with those 3 songs is I don't see any of those as an opening song.
Okay.
So if I had to pick an opening song, I'm gonna go with Shook Ones, Mobb Deep.
Honestly, one of the greatest beats of hip hop of all time. Honestly, and just
like you just see me walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? On my way to school,
got the Universal logo happening, and you can just hear that. I can already be in the theater feeling it.
Yeah.
How does it end?
How does this end? My biopic?
Yes, sir.
Shit, we still writing that shit right now. Only God knows.
Danny Limelight, thank you so much for taking the time here on the Cutting Room Podcast, where I say pro wrestling is cinematic, and that is a cut.